Hi guys, it is Pam Davis, and I am back because I owe y'all so much content. So first of all, let me apologize because I am so far behind, but that is why I am just taking the advice of my daughter and just hitting record and posting this content for y'all. Y'all have been so patient with me, so thank you. I'm here on Cocktails and Career Coaching because I promised you guys a series of live videos and videos to kind of help you with some of the questions that you've been asking, and y'all have delivered. I got all the questions and I'm about to give y'all all the answers. Now, it's Cocktails and Career Coaching, so I'm supposed to be kind of doing this happy hour style, but because I'm so far behind in posting this content, I got the bottle right here, but low-key I'm drinking water, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm drinking water. We gonna try to throw some cocktails in when I'm not trying to catch up on this content for y'all. But if you are at home, feel free to pour you some Hidden Spirits apple spice, because Hidden Spirits Cocktails is the official sponsor of this page, so that you can get into this information. Okay, so the question that I'm going to cover today is, how do I know if I'm being paid enough? And you see I'm looking off to the right because my notes are over here and just some stuff I want to make sure that I put into the video for you guys. So how do I know if I'm being paid enough? Well, step one, if you are asking a question, you're probably not. Like, you're getting that inkling, that gut feeling like, I don't know if I'm being paid right. So if you already feel like that, most likely you are not. But I'm going to give you 3 tips to kind of figure it out. So step one, just go out and do your research. If you go to www.salary.com, you can look up your title, the location in which you work, and you should be able to see a bell curve of what the compensation looks like for that particular job. So it should give you a range. That range will cover the low end and the high end. And if you are within that range, then that tells you if you're on the lower end, if you're on the middle, if you're on the higher end. Also on that website, the thing that I like about it, we use it a lot when we're doing like comp analysis for like new jobs that I create, even within my team. But it'll also kind of show you like the experience, and it'll tell you a job description and all of that kind of stuff. So you can really bounce it up against the work that you're actually doing and where you are being paid. So that's number one. Tip number one, go to salary.com and just check and see what people in your area are being paid. If you cannot find it on salary.com, another thing you can do is you can search for your job description on LinkedIn under job post, and then look for the ones where they actually post the salary range. Again, you want to focus it to your area, because then that'll give you like a real view of how you're being compensated. If you post the same job somewhere else, the cost of living and so many other factors go into it. So you want to start by looking in your area. Okay. The second thing, talk to, what does it say? Oh, yeah. So the second thing is, so say you check salary.com, you check LinkedIn, you still can't find the information. Number 2, talk to the HR team at your job and ask them about the range for your particular job, right? So you can talk to your boss about this too, but it depends on what your relationship is with your boss. And if you don't feel comfortable talking to your boss, then you can talk to either your HR partner, HR director. If they hit you with the, well, why do you want to know? And they're kind of be a little cryptic about it, then what you do is you tell them, everybody is hiring right now. So you tell them like, oh, I know some people that might be interested in joining the team, and I'm just trying to give them an idea of what the salary range is for this position. I was hired a while back and I know it's probably changed, so I'm just interested in that information. So you can kind of spin it like that to get them to give you the information. But usually if you talk to the HR team, they'll help you out with that. And that'll give you, again, an idea. If they give you the range, you'll know where you are in the range based on years of experience. The third tip that I have for you is to build a network of professionals that are doing similar things that you are doing. So I always coach all of my mentees to make sure that you expand your network, right? So for example, if you are a commodity manager and say you focused on like lubes and chemicals is a commodity that you focus on, right? You want to make sure that within your LinkedIn network, within your company, other companies, you know other people doing that profession similarly to you. That's not only going to help you when you have these questions around comp, but it's also going to help you when you're trying to keep up with what's happening, what's trending, what's happening with the supply base, all of that sort of stuff, right? So it's always good regardless of what you're doing. Like I am a supply chain professional. I keep a network of other supply chain professionals, right? Because we keep a pulse of what's happening. Most of the work that I do right now is in North America. Before it was globally, but I still have my network that works globally. So I still keep a pulse on what's happening globally in case that can impact any part of my supply chain. So you're always going to want to do that. And then when it comes to this question of compensation, you can kind of pulse that network and just ask them, straight up. So those are 3 tips: salary.com, LinkedIn, if salary.com doesn't help you. Talking to your HR professional is really number 2 because salary.com and LinkedIn is kind of number 1. Talking to your HR community. And then third, talking to your network of peers. Now, story time. I like to end all of these with a little story time. I had no idea whether, I thought I was making good money in a lot of my jobs, right? I'm an engineer, I have a master's degree. I worked for major multi-billion-dollar Fortune 500 companies. It wasn't until one of my mentors shared with me, real talk, his compensation package to make me realize oh, I thought I was being paid, but not for real in these streets. And that's something that I found is, it's kind of frowned upon in corporate America. And that's why it has to be relationship based. But if you establish that relationship with the right mentors, whether they are mentors that are in jobs higher than you or even peer mentors, and you can have that organic conversation in a trusting way, they will put you on to game. I was sitting here I didn't even know people got paid as much money as what he was making. And he was a director at a multi-billion-dollar company. So it didn't really impact me in that job. But as I started to take roles of increasing responsibility and I started to negotiate my rate, when I took my first director job, I had that in the back of my mind, right? And I also had the package idea. I talk to my friends that I trust in my network of friends that are really close. We talk about comp, right? I had a role that I took before, and one of my male mentors was same role as me, equal responsibility, making $15,000 more a year than I was, right? And that wasn't a huge gap, but coins is coins. So establishing the network, which you're going to hear me talk about that a lot in our videos, is really important. Do not think that, I feel like I'm getting paid well and not check, because you want to make sure that you are being fairly compensated for the work that you are doing. All right. I hope this video has been helpful. Make sure you share this with anybody that may be interested. And we have the upcoming corporate retreat coming up, so make sure you look out for that. It's going to be in the Metro Detroit area. It's going to be super lit. Lots of good training, lots of good freebies. But I will see you guys next time, and I promise I'm going to get caught up on these videos. All right. Bye.